Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Even though Konstantin was absent for the entire week, many people in Salem are not expecting the Christmas on Days of Our Lives to be joyous. Sloan is in yet another tight spot. Nicole took a bold move, Stephanie might have just made a grave error, and Clyde hasn't been eliminated yet. We'll take that as a win, though, since throughout it all, we've seen some incredible performances, ranging from carefree joy to patient love. This baby stuff is depressing holiday fodder, as fellow editor Lori, who will be taking over next week's soapbox while I'm away, put it. It was incredibly cruel to present the false ashes to Nicole and EJ. However, I would be shocked if Ariane Zucker didn't receive a lead actress nomination, and Dan Fierriegel didn't receive a lead actor nomination the following year. They have been absolutely amazing with this material, from Nicole's sorrow to EJ's calm tolerance. And how did EJ respond when he realized that Nicole had really taken the baby? He gave her a hug. No shouting, no blaming. He simply went over to console his wife after realizing that she had done something wrong, albeit not truly. Regarding Sloan, I am at a loss for words. In the dead of winter, she abandoned her infant outside. She didn't just drop something, stoop to retrieve it, and find the infant missing. She left the child in the town square by himself. I completely agree with Nicole on this one, Sloan. But it's never okay to swipe someone else's child. Take that baby off of Sloan. But I kind of wish Leo had taken the lead. Had he given Nicole the baby, she would have paid attention to him at that moment and persuaded EJ to do the same. Marlena then informed Sloan that no one was blaming her at the police station. False. All of us are blaming her. But don't think that this is the end of it. Yes, Sloan is going to reveal everything, but that won't happen on Monday, as we've previously learned from spoilers. Perhaps the miracle I was hoping for Nicole over the holidays will have to wait until next year. Unless Sloan eventually loses it due to the repeated threats and declares, "I give up. Return the infant to you. I'm done with this for now." It might arrive too late still. Nicole may be in danger of going over the line and being locked up, even though I am fully in her favor. Unless her devoted husband from the DA has something to say about it, that is. How on earth did Theresa end up with custody of Tate for all of his early years? Since returning to Salem, she hasn't expressed the slightest interest in him. Tate was standing there with his headphones on, and I felt awful for him since Brady and Theresa were fighting about who cared about him the least. Brady needed some time to come up with the brilliant idea to speak with his kid and find out what he wants, and Theresa hasn't even given him a glance since she started her sights on Alex. The teen's love was then simply bought off by him using a business credit card. Well done, Brady. And Tate. Holly is such a breadcrumb. When he grows tired of her preoccupation, she gives him just enough attention to keep him interested and to continue utilizing him. Even if I'm not positive if she's doing it on purpose, it doesn't matter. I'm relieved that he finally stood up and left, but if he's like his father, Holly, and her Johnny fixation will beckon him back. However, it at least provides him with an excuse to avoid his parents. Time restrictions and all. I understand, but I really wish people who ought to be more in each other's lives interacted more. Having said that, Tripp and Stephanie were eventually delivered. Everyone to bemoan Chad. Could Tripp not have mentioned how difficult Wendy's life has been since Lee's murder? Yes. Wendy is the only one who is concerned about the murder. For the entire time they have been in town together, Jada and Stephanie ought to have been hanging together. Stephanie and Jada could need more female companions, but their dads and families are terrific buddies. In fact, I think each character would benefit from having more friends and not simply interacting with certain members of their family, co-workers, or romantic partners. Yes, I enjoyed their scenes and their growing drunkenness. I even gave Stephanie a snort when I asked, "Harry, how are you doing with sex?" So kiss. However, Harris and Stephanie ended up sharing a bed. How come? I raised this primarily because they omitted the part about Harris becoming wasted as well. I would have told you that he didn't even have a buzz. That was completely arbitrary, and on Friday, we had hardly 30 seconds to process it. What secrets does Everett still harbor? Fans have speculated that he wasn't in a coma and that he simply departed to Ajata. But the timing doesn't seem right. That doesn't sound like a brief affair, and I didn't realize Everett had been unconscious for a long time. Additionally, they explicitly utilized an earlier photo of Blake Barris to allude to a younger Everett. Huge twists and shocks were promised by Barris for Everett, and hopefully that means more than simply a surprise. He was Jada's husband, since Day of Days, that has been known to us. Even though I don't like for testosterone-fueled, chest-thumping dudes battling over women, I am excited to see Chad and Everett attempt to collaborate. Since Abigail's passing, Chad hasn't been all that exciting, thus his rivalry with Everett is kind of a lift. Additionally, when Abby mentioned it, they actually shared a moment, which gave them a great human touch instead of simply being two foolish guys fighting for a female. Even though I may not be in the majority, I want Ava to be employed. She is so much more capable than they have acknowledged. Nicole was a good friend when she had one, but that relationship was very well broken off. Currently, it seems like the show is only circling her between memories in an attempt to decide what to do with her. It felt forced to put Harris and Ava in each other's sphere because of their Jason and Carly days on General Hospital. And it's now obvious that Ava and Stefan were paired together due to her affair with Jake. With Jake, at least, they can accept and make fun of it. That might add to its intrigue. However, I didn't think that relationship was a great love because it was too fleeting. And for the love of everything, just take Clyde out. Don't make up an excuse not to. Without a doubt, Stefan and Ava have the means. Sarah and Xander seem to be either at 0 or 100. They haven't even begun co-parenting yet, but they are already heavily flirting. Is the pawn plot revisit about to begin? Xander felt like he was getting more than just dating counsel when he talked to John about his troubled history. Furthermore, even though Xander acknowledged that asking John for assistance was strange, it was truly strange. Something more was present there. Theresa, I'm single and have never participated in the whole tree thing before. When did dating become associated with Christmas? Decorating is something that I'm quite sure doesn't require a woman's touch, or whatever the intended meaning of that sentence was. I know not everyone bothers with it. Alex remains a walking warning sign. Put otherwise, he represents what Theresa is due. E.G. gave us a little history of Salem. The square is next to the lake. Thus, the square is not located in the town center. I also recall that the park is close to the hospital. And it's also beside the Kyriakis home. From Theresa's kidnapping, the layout of Salem is intriguing. Whoa, what a rough town Salem is. Sloan contacted Eric after screaming for assistance, and we observed that everyone else in the square was enjoying their brunch and utterly ignoring her. I'd adore how Stephanie left Chad and Alex alone with her parents, and they just availed themselves to Steve's beers. That was considerate. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.